Hello, it's Diana Harbour from Here Together, and today I'd like to talk to you about hearing, listening and early language development. When we think about hearing, we tend to think that we listen with our ears, we hear with our ears, and therefore if we have a problem with our hearing, it's a problem with our ears. When in actual fact, we hear with our brains. Dr. Carol Flexer, a wonderful audiologist, has framed this in a great way. She talks about comparing our ears to doorways. They're simply doorways which allow sound information through to the bit that hears it and makes sense of it, our brains. And when we have a problem with our hearing, we can in fact describe it as a doorway problem or a doorway issue. And sometimes the doorway is obstructed only a little bit, and sometimes it's obstructed completely and no sound can get to the brain. The wonderful thing about hearing technology is all hearing technology has been designed, whether you're wearing hearing aids or cochlear implants or a bone-anchored hearing aid, to get through that obstruction, that doorway obstruction, and allow sound to get through to the brain. Why we're talking about this is it helps us to realize what things matter and when. So what we know from research is that our brains like to have early access to sound. In fact, when you think about babies developing in their mother's wombs, we know that already in the second trimester they have access to hearing. They're hearing their mother's voice. And we're born into this world with a lot of sound experience. So we know when it comes to having a doorway problem, there's no time to waste. We want to get the right technology fitted in the right way as soon as possible. And that's why we go to audiology clinics. Audiologists work out what the doorway issue is. They work out where the problem is and what the best technology is for your child. So what can you do? What is your bit? Well, we have a phrase that says, eyes open and ears on. It can be really difficult trying to get your new baby or toddler to wear hearing technology, but we really need you to persevere, because the more data, sound data, our brain gets, the better chance your child will have of developing good listening skills and good spoken language. And we need the spoken language as a brilliant foundation for later literacy skills. We know that babies need at least 10 to 12 hours of good auditory information that their brains are collecting. So persevere with that hearing technology and wear it as much as you can during the day. So that's the first thing. The second thing we can do is lots and lots of lovely talking. Your baby's brain loves the sound of your voice. Remember to keep it simple, keep background noise low, and just have fun with your voice. Play games, simple peekaboo games that encourage turn taking and your child to use and hear their voice is another great way of getting information to your brain. The second thing we can encourage you to do is singing. Now, if you're anything like me, I don't have a great singing voice. I don't think I have a great singing voice, and my two boys had to listen to me sing. Well, the great news is that our babies' brains just love the sound of our voices, and they really don't mind what our singing voice is like. And in fact, singing is one of the unique activities that activates both hemispheres of our brains. The rhyming aspect and the rhythm aspect actually just gets so much of our baby's brains activated. So singing is really good. And in fact, the rhyming aspect as well really feeds into later literacy skills. So make sure you're doing lots of singing. Book sharing. Make sure you're reading a book to your child every single day. And book sharing is such a lovely time to get close to your child, close to their hearing technology, so we're getting a clear signal down that doorway into the brain. One of my top tips is don't feel you have to stick to the words on the page. Enjoy the pictures and make up your own words. Just make it a fun time to be able to have another opportunity to get sound into the brain. So singing, talking, rhyming, keeping the technology on, just lots of things you can be doing to give your baby's brain the best chance of developing good listening and spoken language. We're going to have lots of links to other resources resources around Carol Flexer and this doorway issue. Also resources around how you can encourage early talking, singing and sharing books. And you can find this on our website at www.heartogether.org.uk. Thanks so much for listening.